Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Warner Anderson as Matthew Swain, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, and Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson.
The most dangerous weapon on earth is a human being who feels that great wrong has been done to him. Last night, Elliot Carson was badly wounded and became a gunshot victim of George Anderson's delusions of persecution when he tried to step in between George and Leslie Harrington.
Well, there's still in him apparently in the lung. Dr. Rossi, how bad is it? It's bad. Will he live? Well, he's alive now. Excuse me.
Be all right. I feel it.
There it is. It's up against the wall of the aorta. It's fragmented. What's wrong? There's a piece of it embedded in the wall of the aorta.
I thought you would still be at the hospital.
Dr. Rossi sent me home.
How is Elliot Carson?
I don't know. They were just going to operate. Were you with Daddy?
They're taking him over to the hospital in White River. They'll keep him there until the hearing.
Is he...
He didn't know me. Nothing. All the years, all the things we've done together. This house. You. All of it. It's gone. It's gone. Oh, what did we do so wrong? My fault. I should have listened to you. You said it was too soon for him to come home from the hospital.
I don't think we did anything wrong, Mother. I've had time to think sitting here, and I decided that the hospital wouldn't have released him if they didn't think he could handle normal situations. I said normal situations, Mother. Something happened to Daddy or someone.
he's come out of it all right.
Thank goodness.
The next 24 hours will be the crucial ones. After that, he should be out of any danger. Bob. Well, he left.
He's on the critical list.
Dr. Morton.
What can I say?
Excuse me, sir. A long-distance phone call came in for you while you were in the OR.
When will I be able to see him, Bob?
Certainly not before morning.
It was your daughter phoning, sir.
My daughter? Why didn't you say so?
It's important that I see Carson as soon as possible.
Just a minute. Where can I reach my daughter? Did she leave a message?
No, Doctor. She was phoning from Miami.
Miami? You must be mistaken. She's supposed to be in New York.
It was the Miami operator I talked to.
I see. Thank you.
I really must have a word with him, Bob.
Why don't you check with Michael Rossi in the morning?
Well, so all we can do now is wait and see.
Well, I think Elliot's father should be notified.
Yes, I'll put in a call right away. Why don't you go and get some rest, huh?
Thanks for everything, Michael.
Well. Constance.
Matt, take Allison to the car. I'll be right there. What are you doing here?
I know what you're thinking, that it's all my fault.
Exactly.
I won't argue with you. I'm going to see Elliot in the morning if they'll let me.
To thank him for saving your life. Do you think that'll help now?
No, not just to thank him.
Elliot came back to Peyton Place with one question in mind. I think now he deserves an answer.
Well, you're tired, huh? It's to be expected. You were on the operating table just 12 hours ago.
You went through a very delicate surgery. You're to be congratulated. So is Dr. Rossi.
Where did George shoot me?
The bullet was lodged behind the heart.
You are to be congratulated. And George?
George is in custody. I guess the nurses have already told you that your friends have been asking for you. Well, Matt Swain, Constance, and Allison.
Why, Dr. Morton.
Miss Cho. Oh, it's good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you. Your father didn't tell me that you'd arrived.
Well, he doesn't know. It's a surprise.
He's making the rounds with Dr. Rossi.
Oh, don't interrupt him. I'll wait for him in his office.
You look wonderful. Peru must agree with you.
The work agrees with me. It's very exciting.
We're all so proud of you, especially your father.
Yes, I know.
I'll take you to his office.
I expect I can still find it.
No,
We'll have plenty of time to talk later.
Schultz speaking.
He seems to be holding up pretty well so far.
Well, he should pull through, barring any complications. The IV feedings will build up his strength, and I'll keep him on antibiotics.
Dr. Rossi. Telephone. It's Mr. Harrington. I told him you were busy making rounds, but he seems very anxious to talk to you.
Oh, thank you, Miss Jones. Mr. Harrington?
I'm sorry to take up your time, Doctor, but
I wanted to inquire about Elliot Carson. How is he?
better than we expected.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I have to see him, Doctor. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Harrington, but I can't allow many visitors. This is very important to me. I'm sure you can understand that. He saved my life. Well, yes, I understand. The police want to talk to him before anyone else does. Well, naturally. Mr. Harrington, why don't you come by later on this morning? I'm sure you'll be able to see Mr. Carson then. Thank you, Doctor.
Hello,
Claire.
Father.
This is wonderful. Your mother should have phoned me.
She doesn't know I came straight from the airport. I rented a car.
You can't imagine how much I've looked forward to this. Tell me. How long can you stay with us?
I don't know. Perhaps a couple of months.
Well, that's wonderful, but you've earned it.
I suppose so. How's Mother?
Oh, fine, just fine. You know, you really ought to call her. You've been very naughty.
Naughty?
All those months without a letter, and then suddenly a cable saying you're coming home.
I meant to write. I was so busy.
Call your mother. We'll make plans for lunch.
Father, could we talk for a minute?
Of course. Come in. Oh, I'm sorry. Come in, Michael. Come in. Come in. This is my good right hand, Michael Rossi, my daughter, Claire.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor. Your father told me a great deal about you.
He has?
Well, about your work in Peru.
Well, did you want something special, Michael?
No, Mrs. Hoffman's being prepped for surgery. She asked to see you.
Oh, well. Would you excuse me, Claire?
Of course. I see nothing's changed. They all want Dr. Morton.
Keep her company, Michael. I won't be long.
Well,
You don't have to keep me company, Doctor.
No.
I wasn't trying to be rude, but...
But you resented your father asking me to keep you company.
Yes, a little.
Why?
You must make a good diagnostician.
What about you? Are you a good diagnostician? Your father says you're quite a doctor.
Oh, I can guess what he's told you. When it comes to me, my father tends to lose his scientific objectivity.
Well, that's permissible, isn't it? For a father?
I do wish he wouldn't keep quite so many pictures of me.
I guess it makes you feel enshrined.
Something like that.
You're working with Vincent Markham.
Yes.
He's a remarkable doctor.
Do you know him?
Well, only from afar. I heard him lecture once. I was very impressed.
Vincent's very dedicated.
I suppose some of his dedication has rubbed off on you.
Perhaps. It's hard to know.
Well, now you're being modest. Surely the mountains of Peru are hardly your natural habitat. One must really love his work to be able to stay there.
I wonder if you'd do me a favor, Doctor. Please tell my father that I've gone on.
Well, it'll only be a minute.
Yes, I know. I've had a long trip. I'm rather tired. I'll see him at home.
Oh.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Well, goodbye.